So we tipped them well because that's what you do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sure.
And then our hotel was literally a 5-minute walk. We crossed 7th, or we crossed Broadway, crossed 7th, boom, there's the hotel. So it was no problem at all. And then the next day, that was the day, guys.
Yeah.
That was the day.
Yeah.
I woke up like fucking a kid on Christmas. You know, and I had everything planned out. Okay? You know, so I woke up. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, today is the day. And she's like, yeah. So we get showered and we go get breakfast. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, all right, let's walk around. So after we left breakfast, I'm sorry, we went and got breakfast and came back up, showered, and then we go to walk around. And so we're walking around for a while, and then it's lunchtime. So I don't know if you guys got the pictures or not, but we went to Shake Shack.
Yeah.
If anybody's seen Shake Shack, Shake Shack is awesome. You know, there's no seating. You have to go in there and order your food and wait for a chair and dive on it like a vulture.
Yeah.
So we did that whole thing. You know, Shake Shack was so good that the Buffalo Wild Wings sign spinner was in line ordering Shake Shack with his Buffalo Wild Wings sign, right?
Yeah.
I told the girl, I go, you need to take a picture of that and put that on social media right now and tell them you want to raise because that's awesome right there. She's like, you're right, thanks. So, you know, we ate at Shake Shack and then we took off and just kind of walked up and down, bought some gifts for some people, you know, at the little tourist shops. And then we went to go hang out in Bryant Park. Bryant Park, they have the ice rink set up and all the other stuff. So we went and sat by the ice rink and just, you know, drank some hot cocoa and that kind of corny shit. And then, like, my alarm goes off. My alarm was set for 4 hours before the game starts.
Yeah, that's about right.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, all right, we got to go. She's like, where are we going? I'm like, I pull up this map. I'm like, all right, go up here, take a left. She's like, where are we going? I'm like, NBA store. I got to get my clothes before I go to the game.
There you go.
And she's like, and she's just laughing at me like, oh, God, look at this guy. So we book it over to Fifth Avenue, head over to the NBA store, and that's where I go ham. I get a Knicks camouflage hat. It's camouflage with an orange bill on it. I get a Knicks knit hat as well. I got a Jets hat as well, a Jets winter cap. I got this shirt that I got on, this Knicks shirt, and I have another one, a Carmelo Anthony shirt, same color with the Knicks thing and Anthony on the back. I got the Knicks away game shorts, the Knicks home game shorts, some socks, pajama pants, a bobblehead.
Oh, nice.
I just went. I blacked out, and when I got to the register, like $300 and some odd later, I'm walking out of the store, only to know that I forgot something, and I had to go back the next day for more.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was supposed to fly out before the airport. I'm like, take me to the NBA store. Went up there and got some more stuff, man.
Oh, that's all right.
So it freaked out. I freaked out, and I finally got out. I got to the game. For the game, that's kind of sentimental. My sister, may she rest in peace. She was a diehard Bulls fan,
Right.
and the only piece of Knicks clothing she had was a gray New York Knicks shirt with Carmelo Anthony on the back, because she knew that was my favorite player since he played college and stuff. So she just had it.
Right.
So when she passed away, I kept that shirt, and so I wore that shirt
Look at
to
you.
the game.
That's rad.
My brother was supposed to go, so it was going to be like a little family thing. It was my brother's birthday that night.
Right.
So he was supposed to fly in from Chicago, and then I wore my sister's shirt, the Knicks shirt, and I wore this hat.
Oh, right on.
And stuff like that. So it's kind of corny, but it was really cool. It was kind of like being at the game with my sister and
cool.
our two teams playing. So that's what I wore. Everything else that I was crispy fresh and saved for the pass.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. Overall, the trip was really, really cool, man. We went to Junior's cheesecake.
Right.
Junior's to get some cheesecake and stuff like that. Again, I stopped by the NHL store for you guys,
right.
and I just went in there and I did a lap, and it was really cool.
Nice.
It was as cool as the NBA store. You know, kids in there playing video games, all that kind of stuff. And I went and made faces at the Fox News window. You know, that kind of stuff.
Like you do.
Yeah. One guy's in there as producers, and I'm sitting there outside there making faces and stuff. So it was, and I got some halal food. I hit up the halal cart. You gotta go get the rice chicken and lamb combo with the white sauce. You gotta get it. So I did that. Washed it down with a nice Diet Coke. So I think the only tour. Thursday night. We went to a little local spot I wanted to watch the first half of the Knicks game against the Cavs. By the way, Shaq, Kenny Smith, and the whole TNT gang was broadcasting 2 minutes from my hotel, like right around the corner.
Oh, wow.
So I went by and checked that out too.
That's
because they
cool.
were kicking off the NBA thing and stuff like that. But so I was like, all right, I want to watch the first half of the game and drink some beers or something. So we were going to go to BW3. Well, don't ever go to a chain franchise near Times Square because it is going to be packed with tourists. I saw nothing but Panther jerseys in there. I'm like, all you bastards are on a business trip or on vacation, and you're here in this bar watching this game. I'm leaving. So I left, and we went across the street. Goes, I saw this little shitty dive bar right across the street.
That's the one you want.
They play some decent music. Let's go by there and see if they'll play the game. So we go in there, and she asked the bouncer if they'll play the game, and he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So we end up sitting next to a gentleman who we end up partying with the whole night named Jamal. He was a regular there. Every black guy I met was named Jamal. I don't get it. It must be something in New York. So anyway, we're sitting next to Jamal. He's a regular, so our drinks are flowing. The DJ's spinning. A real DJ, not no LA shit. Like a real DJ.
Nice.
Mashing up oldie. He did a remix of Turtle. You'll appreciate this. He did a mashup of Africa from Toto and Bonnie and Clyde, Jay-Z and Beyonce.
What?
Nice.
Right.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Right.
It's a good mashup.
Yeah, and the reason I remember that is because he had a contest that if you can name these two songs that are in this mix, you get a prize. And so I'm in New York. I need to win a prize. I go over there and I win the prize. The prize is 2 knockoff Jägermeister shots. I don't drink Jägermeister, let alone knockoff Jaeger.
Yeah, right.
But I had to put them down, and it was disgusting. And that led to us drinking with Jamal, and we ended up drinking all night. And so we stayed there. Our purpose was to go watch the first half of the Knicks game. We stayed there for the entire Knicks game and the entire Clippers game afterwards because Hut's a Clippers fan. So we stayed in this bar till like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, getting tanked.
Oh shit!
I have a test shoot the next morning.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom of the city in Battery Park. I don't know what I was thinking. So we were Jamal bought a round of scotch of Glenlivet shots. I bought a round of Glenlivet shots, and then he bought another round of Glenlivet shots, and I was drinking Stella's and Glenlivet on the rocks all night.
Oh man, you felt good the next day,
man. And we rode the train the next day down to Battery Park. So that's from little below Midtown in Manhattan to the bottom of Manhattan, where the only thing you can do is jump in the water and swim to the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
Oh my God. So needless to say, I was underground for about 25 minutes in travel, to the point where when we came back, we got off 3 stops early just to go above and breathe real air. So, and there, while I was down there, and Turtle, you'll appreciate this one too, because I thought about you. We went through 14th Street Union Square stop and also the Wall Street stop. Those stops are famous because parts of Beach Street were filmed there.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when they had the breakdancing battle and
Yep,
stuff like
I
that?
do.
So that was filmed there. So I was taking some pictures of that, and I heard some music. We go around the corner. They have these 2 mimes dancing in the subway to some like EDM stuff, and it was with these masks on. It was so dope. I'm like, I miss this place so much. So we stood and filmed that, gave them a little money. And those of you that aren't familiar with New York, you've heard of New York subways. Well, understand that the subway system is built in layers. So you can go down underground, get on one train, get off another train, and have to go further underground to catch your next train.
Yeah.
Which is what we had to do. So that's how you end up spending your entire afternoon underground. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we saw a lot of the graffiti on the tracks and stuff like that. I got to see
burners.
Right, exactly. The burners. I put up the thing. I'm looking for spit. Did you see that? Yeah. And so I got to see the people. There's people that live down in the subway down there. I got to see some of those people and see where they live. And it was just such a crazy experience. It was good to be back. And I can't wait to go back. My test shoot went good. So you guys may see me on a few more things with some people out in New York, just doing some hosting stuff. And this was probably the best trip back I've had in I don't know how long.
Right on.
I the whole time I kept saying, man, I wish these guys were here. I wish these guys were here. And then once
I would have just been harassing people to go eat.
Yeah, well, then once I saw the NHL store, I'm like, that's a good thing they're not here, because they would have never left this store.
No, we'd have spent.
I would have been like,
you guys would have spent everything.
Yep.
Everything in that store, man, you would have bought.
Yeah.
It was great because they had a whole artistic display of hockey sticks that went to the ceiling, and they were all the same with the same tape design. I was just like, this is the shit, and I don't even know anything about hockey. And this is awesome.
Wow.
So, sorry to bend you guys' ear, but that was my recent trip back to New York, and it was awesome to say the least.
Right on.
So that was my trip to New York. Missed everybody here at the pass, and I am now back, and I am armed with a 2014-15 season schedule for the Knicks. So rest assured, I will keep you guys up to speed on when the games are. And I have the app and all that good stuff too. So it's like going to my sports mecca. That's why I even bought a shitty Jets knit hat and the clothes because I need to shut up. In Shake Shack, you're elbow to elbow with all kinds of people. I only heard English every like 20 minutes.
Right.
There's this group of teen boys who are in there, and they're like, oh, whatever. And they turn around, and every last one of them had on an article of Jets clothing.
Huh?
I looked at them, and I was like, dudes, you guys are Jets fans? They looked at me like, I don't understand the word you just said. That's how they looked at me, like, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, that just fell on deaf ears right there. They didn't get that, you know. And then Sarah's like, well, maybe they play video games. Maybe they know you from a cinema or something. Because one of the kids was kind of looking like, I know that. And then finally I just looked at them, and I was like, they don't fucking speak English. And I go, I know exactly what to do. In the middle of Shake Shack, I go, Jets, and they go, Jets. And I was like, yeah. They don't know any English, but they know the chant. And I was like, all right, you guys are cool with me, man. We're all good here.
Funny.
Nice.
So so that did it. Great times. We all got to get out there though.
Right on.
All right, so guys, make sure you subscribe to this here podcast. Give it a 5-star, especially if you're a New York fan like I am. And share it with your friends. Tell everybody about it. Make sure you go check out our YouTube channel. We put videos up there a lot, so please go there, check it out, support that, and leave some comments and subscribe for sure. And that'll do it for this edition of this podcast. And we'll see. You'll hear us on the next one.
Later.
Laters.